On October 10th, 1874, a man by the name of Josiah Horner found himself in a gunfight with some of the U.S. Army regiments, the Buffalo Soldiers, killing one and wounding another. This incident put a mark on Horner, the mark of an outlaw, as in 1877 he was arrested for robbing a bank in Comanche, Texas, and escaped custody of the Texas Ranger Division and fled to Nebraska, deciding to change his name as back in the Old West, outlaws had the same lifespan as the Lemmings conspiracy. He took up ranching under the name Frank M. Canton. Hey kids, welcome to the first lesson of Corner Story. You ever saw the man with no name in RoboCop and said, "Together"? Then meet Frank Canton. Alright, so for context, I need to tell you about the Johnson County War, but it's pretty boring, so I'll just simplify it to a fight in Wyoming between ranchers and settlers, in which you can ignore all the bloodshed and gore and stuff. So like I said in the beginning, Canton was a rancher and was seen as a big, strong right hand, serving 4 years but resigning after a big player in the Johnson County War escaped his custody. And after he got in hot wars between a wrongful shooting of an innocent man, he was arrested, then released, then fled. So by the time they found more evidence, he was already in Illinois. And not wanting to send out a warrant for an arrest a couple of weeks away, they just threw out the case. During this war, he and a bunch of the members of the group called the Regulators also got in a gunfight with Nick Ray and Nate Champion, killing Ray and burning the house they were staying in. And Nate, the fucking madman, jumped out of the house holding a Winchester rifle and firing it blindly like he was the Winter Soldier or some shit. I mean, he got shot 28 times like immediately, but hey, at least it was glorious as hell. Continuing his law enforcement, Canton went to Oklahoma, and while I was reading this Wikipedia page on this guy, I realized something. How the hell is this guy traveling so much? Like, back in the 1800s, you couldn't survive off a trip to the market. I looked at you weird if you wanted to leave once, let alone 4 times, including the ones I didn't talk about. How in the Kentucky Fried Fuck, over God knows how long, did Canton not either get in an accident, mugged, or pull an Oregon Trail or die of dysentery? Oh yeah, this is a Canton video. So he continued on his law enforcement in Oklahoma while working with famous lawmen like Heck Thomas and Bass Reeves, who I don't know, and this is where he gets into his most famous story. In 1895, Canton joined a posse who was hunting Bill and John Shelley, who were holding up in a cabin. So imagine you were one of the Shelley brothers, and you looked out the corner of your cabin, or the window of your cabin, depending on which. You look out the window and see this. Oh no. Oh no, no! They surrendered afterwards. Now, as you can expect, criminals didn't really take kindly with a sheriff killing all their cohorts, so naturally they made some attempts at his life. One was when an unnamed criminal tried to shoot him point blank from behind and missed. Canton turned around, shot back, killing him. Another was where he shot a man called Bill Dunn. According to Canton, Dunn said, "Damn you, Canton, I got it in for you," and pulled out his gun, which got caught in his suspenders. Canton immediately fired back. And an interesting fact about this is that if this did happen, it will be one of the few times where a fast draw actually happened in real life. You know those things in like films with like the man with no name or like Dirty Dollars, he just shoots someone. First time and it was immediately fucked up. So despite the fact that Canton was a badass sheriff, he was still Josiah Horner, which he still hated. And in 1907, he confessed all his crimes to the governor of Texas. Basically, the governor laughed in his face and said, "Nah, it's cool, man," and pardoned him. Canton, now free to use his name as Josiah Horner, led a peaceful life and died in 1927 due to terminal cancer, surrounded by his wife and daughter. Well, I guess that's the end of that. Thank you all for coming to my first class. I hope you guys had a wonderful time. And, for the first time, class dismissed.